Hello. Hello, internet. Okay, this has been a long time coming, and I think I am ready to make a video. So I am Crystal. And this is welcome to Dear Mom. That is what I'm calling this little series of mine, I guess. I wanted to start making videos about things that I'm passionate about, and also the fact that I'm going to Australia on May the 3rd, and I figured it'd be fun to bring a camera along to document it. My friends on the Insta, as I call it, have said they are interested in watching my videos. I think it's only my mom, actually, but we'll let them be. So oddly enough, I decided to start this series of mine with something that I'm learning about and I'm being tested on next week. So that's how it is. I have my phone here with some notes, so if I look down, that's what that is. But what I wanted to talk about today actually is the idea of a social enterprise. So for those of you who do not know, a social enterprise is basically an organization that applies commercial strategies to maximize improvements in social or environmental well-being. So this may include maximizing social impact alongside products. However, the main idea of a social enterprise is that the profits are reinvested into the project. So that's kind of the idea of a social enterprise. It's normally kind of like a two-step thing, like it encompasses two things, and that is a social progress, which is like the how, as it would be seen, of doing business. So some of the ideas or examples of the how would be sustainability initiatives, paying a living wage, offering benefits, etc., etc. And then the second idea, or if you think about it as like a Venn diagram, so that was a social progress, and then the social purpose is here, and then a social enterprise is that little centerpiece. So the second part is social purpose, and that is rooted in a desire to solve a social issue. So whatever that social issue may be is up to the company that is designing the social enterprise, if that makes some sense. And just because I wanted to explain why I think that this is an ever-growing movement, get it? Because it's a movement too. But this is an ever-growing idea is mainly because because I think that I just think that a lot more companies are doing this, and a lot more companies are seeing the benefit in this. Although some companies are more extreme than others with social enterprise, because don't get me wrong, it's a business. That's where it's different from a non-profit or an NGO. So the idea is you are making a profit off of this. You are still gaining something, but with some social enterprises, they will invest all of that money back into the social cause that they're hoping to achieve. And then others, it's like a 50-50 split, which is where I think it's neat, because the idea is like you can still make money off of this, but you could also do good off of this. So I just kind of really wanted to be like, hey, people out there who might be watching this video, if you want to start a social enterprise and you have the means to do so, all the power to you. And if you want some examples, I have 3. So my 3 examples that I'm going to tell you about are very different. And also, I just want to preface that I did not do a lot of background research on which progress or the how is involved. So this is specifically based off of what they do, what they have, I guess, been transparent about, and not what is underlying. So that stuff That's stuff we still need to look into, and if you want, I can do a follow-up by looking into it. But that is the main idea for that. So the first one I want to talk about is a North American one. So this is Textbooks for Change, which I'm wondering if a lot of schools have this or where it's located. I know my school does. So this is an example of a social venture that provides affordable and accessible educational materials to students abroad and then also local students as well, which is neat. So they repurpose used textbooks to create social impact and improve educational landscapes. So they donate, so the two things they do is they donate post-secondary textbooks to East African universities, and then they also sell affordable used textbooks to North American students as well. And they further use the proceeds that they have either been given, which iffy there, because that was not really clear there, but the proceeds that they make they use to further fund student-led initiatives, which is really neat. And then another social enterprise that I came across was the Thank You Enterprise, which is really neat. So this is an initiative founded in Australia, New Zealand, Australia rather. It's an initiative surrounding the idea that according to the Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index of this year, 1.3 billion people are living within poverty. So this is an organization that commits to 100% of their profits going to end global poverty. They actually sell water, etc., in stores now, which is neat. So what they did is they crowdfunded a book called Chapter 1, which is like their background story, what they wanted to achieve, what they wanted to make of this venture. That's how they launched the Thank You in New Zealand. And then they set a pay what you can fee, and the idea is like basically you get this book and then you pay what you can, and that money goes back into the initiative. So the enterprise has given over 6.2 million, which is what my phone says, to fund water access, sanitation, and hygiene, which is really interesting. And they're very transparent, which is a nice thing. So those are two that I found. I think I'm gonna leave it at two actually, because this could get really long. But yeah, I think it's really cool, and it's a really great thing to look into if you're thinking about, you know what, I'm into business and I want to start a business, but also I realize that there's so much going on in the world that needs my help. Yeah, so thanks Mom, I love you. Bye!